Hey, Peter here from the Tin Man. Today we've got a walk around of the new Kamado Joe Classic 2. So here we go. Let's look at the outside. So as you can see, the Kamado Joe has got that beautiful red finish on the ceramic. Take notice of that heavy duty hinge on the back. Awesome. So let's start from the bottom. So we look at the bottom of the grill. The wheels themselves are four casters, so 360-degree swivel. Obviously, we got two locking, which are in the front. That's the way we like it, so you can get access to it. The unit can actually swivel around on a 360 pretty easily when they're all unlocked, so it's great for if you have it moving around your deck or your patio. We start moving up. It looks like about 3/8 of an inch steel they use in the actual frame. And before I get into talking about anything else, I just want to say, like, all these things you see here, this is all included with the Kamado Joe grill. You don't have to buy any of this stuff extra. So it's including the stuff that you're going to see on the inside shortly. So the rack here holds up your, or your stand, sorry, holds up your Kamado is about 3/8 of an inch steel. It comes in two pieces and it goes together here. Move over here and we've got our vent. Our vent is a nice smooth stainless steel vent that's there. And if you look inside, you'll see this hook here. This is for your ash pan, so we've got an ash pan in there as well, so no having to scrape it and shovel out your grate, which is very inconvenient a lot of the times when you're ready to move. So we can quickly pull it out and dump it really fast. As we start moving up, you look at our handle. So we don't use wooden handles on them. We use it's like a polymer, same thing you kind of see on a ATVs. So you see them with the racks and stuff on ATVs. So it's a weatherproof handle. We don't have to worry about it rotting or catching fire and burning. So you can burn ends on it, on any of those things. So it's really cool. Our side shelves are extruded aluminum. So the older ones used to be kind of the same material that we have the handle out of. But if you had your, say for instance like I did, so our handy dandy little scraping tool that comes in, I actually had this end of this really hot one day from moving around some coals, and I lodged it on our side shelf and it did melt into the plastic. So it's nice that they actually changed these to extruded aluminum for the new model of the year. So if you want to come in here, Josh, right tight and look, our hinge. This is, our latch. The latch is really robust and heavy. Like, it doesn't move easy. You got to give it a good, like, I got to pop this really good to get that to work. The spring, nice and stiff, and it's great hardware here on this. A little bit higher up here, we've got our gauge. Our temperature gauge is calibrated from the factory, and it's really accurate. So you can see that needle move really quickly, and you really want to fine tune your cooks, you can do that. On the very top, we have our vent, and our vent has some great accuracy, so we can actually move it and really fine tune the amount of airflow from our bottom vent to our top vent. The top also pops off. You can also swivel the whole thing open for maximum flow. This isn't loose either. Like, it's not something that moves easily, so you got to take some, it has some resistance on it, so it's not going to lose its settings when you open and close the lid. So if I wanted to put it right here, say in this third setting, and I open the lid, I put the lid up, and I'm, doing something with my food, I bring it back down, it's still in the same position. So there's no, you don't get any movement with that. If you go around on the back, you will see the piece de resistance when it comes to the Kamado Joe lineup. Their hinge is where it's at. Their hinge is robust, it's very heavy duty, and when we open this thing up, it's one finger lift operation. So there's no effort at all when it comes to lifting up this hinge. So let's move to the inside. All right, so let's dive inside. So, inside our Kamado Joe Classic 2, you'll find its patented divide and conquer system. So we have two grates, and those two grates can be moved in an upper and lower position. There is a rack here for holding up pots or pans and stuff, so you can use that on different levels. We have our ceramic deflectors. These are in two halves as well. so they can actually be moved out. We can leave one on one side, one on the other, different levels if you want. You can take two out and have a full cook over grates. We can move our grates in different locations, so those kinds of things. So it's really neat to be able to move this around. It's very versatile. And if you look into our down into our firebox, you'll see that we have multiple panels. So now, like with cracks and things like that, you don't have to worry about changing the whole firebox on this unit, as opposed to just replacing one panel. You can see this is where our air comes in, and we have a nice heavy-duty cast iron grate in the bottom with nice holes in it for our ash pan. So the divide and conquer, if we were going to go do, say, steaks or something like that, we can have our coals down here, we can have our grills on the lower setting down below. You could have something up higher, have a deflector in there as well. So, as you can see, it's a very versatile unit. This is the Kamado Joe Classic 2.